What would you say was that pivotal moment for you that built you, that kind of got you to become this Rogerick currently?
It's Rogerick currently. Probably when I lost my tip of my finger, just because I was thinking like life was going a certain way, and then it kind of like put me at a standstill and made me reevaluate everything. So
now, what school did you come from, and to get you to this point?
When I graduated high school, I went to Jackson State originally. I had to be equipment manager there for a year. Then I transitioned to come out to Vegas. I set out a year, so I took 2 years off of football. And then I eventually got on to UNLV's team in spring of 2023.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy JC Dubker, man, with the Da-Lingo podcast. Not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear, you feel me? We have one of the greatest upcoming entrepreneurs, creator, athlete himself that just goes around doing all types of everything. You know, I call him my protege, but to me, he is much more than that. We have Rogerick Ray, aka Rocco. What's up, my guy?
What's up, man?
How you doing? Everything good?
Everything's been great. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Tell me about life, man. What's been keeping you busy?
Really just my this year I've been focused on pushing my brand, God Soldier.
Okay.
That's something I've been planning for a long time, and I finally got the time to put it together.
Right.
And I had to get a lot of good response from it. And then also I've been working on transitioning to a new school. I've been keeping on the low, but yeah, I am attending a new school this year. It won't be a UNLV. I was going back and forth with NCAA with my eligibility. Okay. And so I was able to, transition. And then also, I locked in, I'll start back releasing music, so
nice.
I'm excited about that too.
Nice. Now tell me about that. Tell me about the journey just for you being this multi-creative athlete, because it's a very hard way to collaborate everything. Yeah. So how do you collaborate all of your passions into one?
I think the biggest thing was like making sure everything was going into the same direction,
right?
Like, and not like acting like it's all different parts of me. Mm-hmm. This is all within my realm. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. I'm not trying to like come up with stuff I've never done before. I've been an artist before. I've been an athlete my whole life, and I've been an entrepreneur. So it's like I was just trying to like basically like make everything a part of me and push it all in the same direction, because all of it is me. And then sometimes you would get like imposter syndrome, right, in different ways, but it's like you got to understand, like, when you done did it and you done put in the work to and credibility, like, nobody can take it from you. So I just stopped to think about what anybody would have to say and just understand this is all part of me. So if I don't give one part of me, then I wouldn't be giving you the full scope of who I am. So that's how I think about it.
Okay. So what would you say was that pivotal moment for you that built you, that kind of got you to become this Rogerick currently?
It's Rogerick currently. Probably when I lost my tip of my finger, just because I was thinking like life was going a certain way, and then that it kind of like put me at a standstill and made me reevaluate everything. So, and that's the first time I ever went through like, I think like after I just went through like a deep, like, I guess you could say like depression. Mm-hmm. Because it just makes like what you think. Like, I think the biggest thing life can throw at you is when you think stuff is gonna go a certain way and it goes the total opposite. Oh yeah. So it makes you reevaluate everything. So I think that's one is like a big pivotal point for me, how I came who I am right now, because I had to rebuild myself, rebuild my confidence, rebuild my who I want to be as a man and a brand and stuff like that. So I think that was a big pivotal point for me. And then seeing how people react to certain situations, and when people like get under pressure or see your life under pressure and it's not like all green grass, you start seeing who really believes in you, right, and not just who sees your situation. You know what I'm saying? So I just, it's just, I learned how to evaluate a lot of things based off that situation. All right. Yeah.
I feel that, and with that, it really is an eye-opener for us to realize just who we are in our, circle. Because, the bigger that you get, and I didn't believe the same, but the bigger you get, the smaller your circle becomes. Mm. And that's a true factor. Because even if you are on a team and you're going crazy, you may be the only one out there getting drafted, or you may be the only one out there that might be really getting playing time. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to you and down to you, regardless of any situation. And then so from there, like just building up that confidence to be like, hey, look, even if this moment right now is not my moment, I know that whenever it is my moment, I know I'm gonna give it 110%. Now speak about your time. Speak about your time as an athlete, because why you want to start football, and you know, what are you looking to do to transition within it?
Like you talking like the very beginning?
Very beginning, yeah.
So how I started playing football, my family had went through a turbulent situation with my dad going to prison. So once that happened, we was a pretty wealthy family. Once you go through like federal cases, a lot of times they try to strip all your assets. So once my dad went away, we didn't really have any money or whatever. So we was just leaning on other family members, and everybody was living together or whatever. So we had went to like I guess you consider like the hood, low income housing or whatever. And that's how I started playing football, like in the grass fields with other kids, learning how to enjoy the game, just being outside.
Right.
And then, one of my mom's friends, he was in the NFL. He went to NFL, and he was really good in college. His name was Lavelle Bailey. He kind of took me, like seeing I was just a kid, probably need some guys to threw me in football and put me on a Pop Warner team. And I think I was like 8 years old. And then I just started playing ever since. And then it was something that I always chased regardless. But I think it made me who I am, just because football never came easy. I was never like just no starter or a person like that had just all this natural ability that people would like feed into. I always had to prove myself. So it just made me a very, competitive. I was just always a competitor. And like, I went through every stage. I've witnessed every stage of what it's like to be a football player. I've been on the bench. I've been a starter. I've been a star. I've been a kid that nervous to take a hit, but everything built me into who I am now. So like you said, with that callus or whatever you build, like when it comes to football, I got a callus. It's not nothing I ain't been through or not haven't, experience when it comes to football. So I guess that's how I fell in love with football. And I just feel like I played multiple sports growing up, but I feel like when I got to high school, I was like, okay, this is my I felt like the most direct path to making out of my situation. So I just ran with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And talk about the position that you chose. Why running back?
I think I chose running back. I'll be honest, I'm more of a natural defender. I'm really good at defense. But I chose running back just because it was something I was always told I couldn't do, and I never really got many opportunities to do it. So once I had an opportunity to put myself in position to play it, I was like, nah. And really, I had an impact on me was I had stopped playing football because my middle school didn't have football, so I stopped playing football for like 2-3 years. After Pop Warner, and then my mom put me in Parks and Rec, and then she put me on a team where I really was able to see my potential, because growing up, I was always like, they would like not really want to mess with me, I was behind coaches' kids or kids that my parents are paying more or stuff like that. Not saying people weren't talented, but I just felt I never really got a true shot.
Yeah.
Growing up. So when my mom put me on that team in Parks and Rec team in 8th grade, I was able to play quarterback, running back, linebacker, really just see what I could do and be with a team that believed in me. And I was shocking myself. I really just watch I used to be just watching Cam Newton or people I looked up to, and I just try to apply it to the field. And I was never really training or nothing. A lot of stuff came out naturally. My talent just showed, and that really gave me the confidence going into high school to really take it to the next level. And then when I went to my junior year in my public school, the coaches was not playing both sides. You couldn't play both sides.
Oh, damn.
So I was at linebacker, and I did have a good season, but our team was a great defense with no offense.
Yeah. And
that really frustrated me, not being able to play both sides. So after I ended up leaving the school the next year, I was I'm never going up playing on a team where I can't, contribute to the score. So that's why I ended up choosing running back ultimately, because I was like, I never want to be in that situation where I can't control the outcome of the game.
Right.
Because we went 0-12, but we had a great defense.
Right.
But if you stop somebody, anybody know defense football, you can stop somebody all game, but eventually,
It's going.
if the offense ain't doing nothing, it's gonna be hard to overcome it. So.
Agreed.
So I just never wanted to be in a position where I couldn't control putting points on the board. So that's why I ultimately chose running back. Yeah.
Gotcha. So with that, you were speaking about you playing on the defensive side, and then also players that you have looked up to. So when you were playing on the defensive side, what position did you play, and what players did you look up to even currently?
I played middle linebacker, outside linebacker, but I was projected as like a nickel safety. But all the teams I played for, I had to play linebacker.
Yeah.
But I looked up to Brian Dawkins.
Yeah. Solid dude. Cold.
Ray Lewis. Who else was cold on defense side?
Them the top two right there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Brian Dawkins, I used to watch him for the game. I just like the passion he played with.
Yeah.
He be praying for you before he be trying to kill you.
Yeah.
And I just try to take that mentality. I always like people like that. Him, like even when I played basketball, I used to watch a lot of Russell Westbrook. I just like the mentality of like attacking and like in defense, like I used to like black out because I get so mad. I have so much passion. In defense, you can actually let that out on somebody. Offense is how to kind of taught me to be more like calm and more understanding. But defense, like you got a team of brothers behind you. Like you got a whole team behind you. Defense is like fun because it's like you got people to help you.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you can really let loose. Well, offense has taught me to be more calm and be more aware. But defense definitely was fun. I had my when I was in my first school in high school, I had my all my best friends was there. Yeah. Like we always playing together, and like that was just like amazing for me. I miss it, but like that was yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely relate. For me, it was definitely that same mentality of. Because number one, I've always been, pretty small, statured. So for me, I had to put myself in a war zone. Yeah. And like you said, how Brian Dawkins will be the one to pray for somebody and then knock his head loose. Yeah. That was pretty much Ray Lewis for me. Him guiding the team, him showcasing that he could be this God-fearing man, but still put the fear in you. That's what I enjoyed as well too. So I understand that because it's a switch that people like us have to go through for us to unleash everything that we've been put through.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we have sports like football to go ahead and allow us to embrace the passion that we do have for the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think it let me take on challenges. Like I always had beef with running backs. Like I always had beef with them. And me, I always take on that challenge or I don't know. I'm not here to be your friend. Yeah. I'm not here to be buddy with you. So and linebacker give you the chance to count mano all game with a running back. So that's what I love about it. I get to take on challenges to stop you, even though what I'm saying, it's a lot of factors in it. You gotta have a decent D line or whatever. But it give you a chance to impose your will on somebody else. So that's why I like my defensive ball. I do miss it a little bit.
Man, I feel you. I understand. So talk more about the journey with football. Just the, from you going from school to school, and everything within that. How was that process for you?
Yeah. So once I didn't play in middle school, I was playing basketball. I was really good at basketball. I was a top player in the state as far as basketball because my school only had basketball. I played middle school. I played 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So okay. I was one of the kids that played in 6th grade. So, but once I seen that glimpse, I think God always gave me glimpses of my potential. So it gave me hope to keep going even when it was dark seasons or dark periods where I couldn't see the light. So I think that that Parks and Rec 8th grade season gave me the confidence going to high school. Okay, I know what I can become. Mm-hmm. And so once I went into high school, I was actually trying to play. Initially, I was trying to play quarterback. Okay. I always wanted to play quarterback. I was a big Cam Newton fan. Okay. So, but we had when I went to tryouts in high school in 9th grade, we had 7 quarterbacks. So. Oh damn. So. They ended up moving me to running back immediately. So I went to play. My freshman year, I played running back, linebacker, and then special teams. I was a special team demon. You know, bro, like I used to be like a radio special team, kickoff, whatever.
Same
Like,
here.
like I was special teams diva. So
Pretty people, hey, look, I know y'all enjoy the conversation, but look, I gotta tell y'all something, okay? The sponsor of the video here today is Impeccable. So make sure you guys hit the link down my description down below. That way y'all can check out the Impeccable merch. And please join the family. Join the family. We have a whole bunch of events coming up as well too that we'll love to see you at. All right, because Impeccable is more than just a brand. It's a lifestyle. Now let's get back to the video.
but what I ain't gonna lie, my freshman year, what gave me hope, I was on JV, but my first carry, I went like 70 yards. We was losing to this team called Roseville, and they just threw me in. Like both of my first action in high school, I got thrown in like what are we doing? Ray, get in.
Yeah.
And I went I had like 70-yard run my first run, and then they did the same situation on defense. I threw in. I got to pick my first play on defense. My first play on offense and defense in high school. I made big plays, so I was like, okay, I really can do this. Then going into my sophomore year, I worked so hard to I wanted to be on varsity. Like that was my whole goal. And then they didn't put me on varsity. So I was like, I went to that season like completely like angry, and like I was like literally like on the field for plays. I was crying. I was just angry. Like, why won't y'all like let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me move on to where I think I could play. So I think I played 4 games that season. I was dominating like on both sides of the ball, playing running back and linebacker and just doing my thing. Even I threw like 2-3 touchdown passes, had some rushing touchdowns. I was leading the team in tackles. I was doing my thing. And then God humbled me again. I got a toss against this one team. They was like a hard team too, called East Wake. I spent and pulled my hamstring. My hamstring pulled off my pelvis. It was a Voisin fracture. So imagine your hamstring like get pulled and it pulls off part of your bone in your pelvis. So I was out for I played like 4 games and I was out for my whole sophomore year. After that, I was on crutches and all. And that crushed me so bad because I was like, dang, I'm not going to get an opportunity to play varsity. I felt like my momentum was going to carry me, but they was probably going to move me up. And that crushed me. So I wasn't able to play. I was planning on playing basketball that year too. So I was able to play the rest of that football season and basketball season. And I came back baseball season because I was really good at baseball. I started as a freshman on varsity in baseball, center field.
Right.
So I ended up coming back around in time to play baseball. But by that time, I kind of got out of shape and stuff like that. And so I had to run track to get back in shape. So I had to spend that whole like time period trying to get back to where I was trying to get to. And I felt like I had worked as hard as I could. But that kind of taught me lessons too, like taking care of my body serious. And then knowing my body, because the coaches, the training staff gonna tell me, yeah, you're good, and they was rehabbing me the whole time. I wasn't even supposed to be walking.
Right.
So I was like, dang, I really got to take stretching and all that stuff serious. I didn't know nothing about it, but that, even now, that's why I take care of my body serious.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that now that you are currently going to Arizona Christian, correct? Mm-hmm. Now, what school did you come from, and to get you to this point?
So when I graduated high school, I went to Jackson State originally. I had to be equipment manager there for a year, and then I transitioned to come out to Vegas. I set out a year, so I set 2 years off of football. And then I eventually got on to UNLV's team in spring of 2023. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and then that was my first bit of college action when I got on UNLV 2023 springtime, and then I've been with them the past 3 years.
Okay.
So this would be my 4th year, my final stop. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what was this life like for you here in Las Vegas?
It was like, I really feel like Las Vegas where I became a man. Like I've been going from home since 18, so it's been like
definitely. Oh, damn, really?
Yeah, I haven't been back home since 18. So like, I was really like, just this whole journey out in Vegas has taught me how to like really like fend for myself, really create myself, and like create my own brand. Really. Because I wasn't really, I feel like my worst trait was promoting myself. I never really liked bigging up myself. I never really liked, basically like telling somebody, yeah, I'm this good, da. Yeah. but being that my journey right after high school taught me I have to fight for myself because nobody gonna fight for me.
Facts.
Like, so I was like, dang, so I really have to get that confidence back, because I ain't gonna lie, ever since like really like that first injury in high school, I've been working little by little to get my full confidence back, just for different situations. So it's really taught me to be confident in who I am and then work for what I want to get to, like set a goal and get to it. So I haven't set a goal out here that I really didn't accomplish, besides like, you know, stuff that was out of my control as far as like playtime or whatever. But I set a goal to get on that team, and I put my head down and I worked, and I figured out a way. God always kept me afloat when I thought I was gonna go to zero, or thought I'll run out of money. He sent, God to send something, or send like an opportunity or whatever to keep me afloat. So this Vegas has taught me how to survive and how to thrive and survive,
Right.
So yeah.
Well, where are you from originally?
North Carolina. Raleigh, North Carolina. Yeah.
And how is it out there?
It's like it's the city, but people from the city out here probably say it's country. Okay. But it's in what way? What would you like? What way?
Your aspect of how it shaped you, or how it programmed you to be you. You know what I'm saying?
I think Raleigh taught me. My brother and my dad are both big names back home. My dad was like made millions of dollars doing real estate, and he was a barber, like everybody's barber in Raleigh, that whole area. So he's completely known down there. He built shopping centers and everything. And my brother was like one of the best basketball players that come out of the Raleigh. So it's kind of like, not in the shadow, but it's like I know I have to do something great because everybody in the city know my dad and my brother. So it's like a lot of pressure on me. I feel like I put on myself, because it's like I got to make some of myself. So I think Raleigh for me was like just a proving ground for me to, show what I can do, make my name worth something. Yeah. But I was one of them kids that had friend groups on this side of town, this side of town, because I was so unstable as a kid. So I was always at somebody's house or something. So I had friend group everywhere. I could go to the hood. I had friends. I used to go, my friend that's maybe have a little money, I would go there and be cool. So like it made me like very versatile and made me well-rounded. Okay. So I was able to, I could survive anywhere. Like I can walk into the low income and feel right, walk into high income places and feel right. So I think it made me well rounded and made me a dog, like, because I know I had a name to protect back there. So like I was always like making sure, like, I always felt an obligation, a legacy. Even when I stepped into college, like I always felt like I had to make my name mean something. So Raleigh basically molded me in that way. Like I always wanted to prove create a legacy for myself outside of my, family and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, see, adaptability is one of the number one key things to succeed. Because if you aren't adaptable into any situation, then it'll be hard for you to transition out of any situation. So whenever you are being put through each stage, never look at it like, oh, this is hard. Yeah. Always look at it as a challenge. Yeah. Right? Because each challenge is going to program you to become one of the top people. You know what I'm saying? If you aren't going through the hardships in your own dedicated life, then it will be hard for you to become the actual person that you truly need to become. Because most people fail in the middle. Yeah. Whenever things get tough, when everything gets hard, and hearing it is like, okay, sure, I hear the saying, but once you're really in it, it's like, man, like I really got to keep going. I really got to keep doing this. Yeah. And you being able to continue to keep fighting and evolving in any situation that being brought to you. Yeah. That's you being adaptable. Yeah. Because now not only did you transition since high school, you have to transition also within your own family too. Yeah. And even with that's tough. Yeah. Because you feel like you said, you feel like that, you're in the shadow. But now you just don't want to be in the shadow no more. You just want to have your own wall. That way you can create your own shadow
Right.
for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So within you, being able to keep moving on and have this strong structured mindset, so that way it doesn't break you down. Like that's a rarity to have. You know, one thing that I hear often, that's a lot of, you know, athletes' strong suit is the passion to just keep moving forward, even if like it's not coming your way. That passion, that passion of urgency. You know, that urgency to, even if this don't work out, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep having that faith. So then that way, no matter what happens where I'm at currently, I know it's gonna better my situation further.
Yeah.
Now talk about mentality. Talk about what you have to do to program yourself mentally, and how much it impacts you.
Honestly, I feel like being an athlete, it's like, I feel like it helps you with the real world, but it also is sometimes not practical the way we think. Like, so like when you plug in an athlete, like, or like being part of a D1 program or being part of football my whole life, like the way you think is not always the practical to like a regular person. So so sometimes you're not, the way you go about things is not really relatable or practical at all. So it's like, I mean, only athletes or somebody that's been dedicated or something for a long time can understand. But it's like, it's very like, so like, I'll give you an example. Like me, I struggle with, and I know a lot of athletes probably struggle with this. Like when you don't have, sometimes when you remove the structured life of being an athlete and you have to put it together your own, sometimes that's where I haven't thrived as well in periods where it's not a structure together. So it's like I'm trying to work on things like that. So when I transition out of being I adapt my life to be like that, but I'm trying to work on both sides, like being able to be calm and okay with nothing being going on, or like I feel like as your dopamine system messed up, because like your dopamine comes from making a play, coach saying, oh yeah, giving you a mark beside your name like you did good, or making a play, or like working every day to see it come out on the field or in practice, whereas in the real world that dopamine is not coming, like unless you have to be happy within and not expect outside things to make you give you that rush or give you that. So I think that's what a lot of athletes struggle, because of you chasing that.
Yeah.
Or like you expect your life, but you can make your life like that. So I just trick my mind to like where I'm making goals, or I make my life like a video game. Like if I accomplish this things, okay, I'll let myself do X, Y, Z, or like, you know what I'm saying? So I can like almost trick my brain, use my athlete brain to make myself productive, because I feel like the world is not built for us athletes. We almost like, gladiators in a sense.
Which is true.
So like,
which is true.
So like, we have to make the real world adapt. We have to adapt the real world around to our mentality. So yeah, that's why I feel like it's a big thing. What was your question again, though, so I can make sure I answer you?
It's pretty much like how just your mindset, how what helped you pretty much just build your mindset. You're pretty much talking about it.
Yeah, but as far as like athletic, like one thing I'm working on is trying to build my subconscious, talk to myself more, a lot of self-talk.
That is important.
Yeah, like after I see Michael Jackson movies, trying to talk yourself in the mirror, speak stuff in your life, speak stuff in existence. My mom always been big on me, like speaking stuff or not saying certain things on my mouth. Power of the tongue. Yes. Like, so I try to really be like, on that, and not let my emotions or how I feel in the moment dictate like my whole existence. And I've struggled with that, like letting the moment take over how I feel or how I think, and then I be back to feeling good. So now you ready to accomplish the world. But when it's them little lulls in life, you like dang. But like using self-talk to keep myself in a certain mind frame or a certain space to attack my goals, because once 6 months from now, nobody's going to try to hear why them low days didn't equal into your success. Yeah. You got to program yourself to work through them moments of time, whether you got to pray, whether you got to have chants or mantras to say to yourself to keep yourself in the right mind space, because
because you know, as an entrepreneur or whatever, we don't have a lot of moments where we can be off, and it's sad to say, but because if you off, your family might not eat, or like you might not accomplish that goal you set,
Right.
and we all need resets and stuff to go to. But so that's why we gotta have that program within our life, so we don't, you know what I'm saying, don't take us out the game. Because I've had things that go dealing with mentally that's took me out the game for weeks at a time or whatever, and then I have to get my momentum back going. So it's like, I think that's what my biggest thing is this year, is like taking everything, even like a low moment, every day, like no matter how I feel, put in the work, be consistent, stack days, because life is gonna respond to the consistency of what you're doing, not like how your emotions make you feel, you know. So that's just what what's been carrying me through, especially being in this period where the last 6 months I haven't been part of no team, so it's just been me. So me motivating myself, me creating my own lane, me nobody telling me what to do, you know what I'm saying? So like, and then I'm having to deal with, you know, even personal issues that, so you gotta just, I had to figure out how do I structure myself, how do I learn myself to, I really had to sit back and learn myself and try to figure out like, okay, what makes me go, what can I do that makes me be my best version. So, and that's important, because sometimes dudes is not, a lot of stuff I feel like I learned already, dudes not learning that till they just went undrafted and the team's not picking up the phone.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've already been through that period of life. I went after high school, I didn't have a team for 2 years. I wasn't on a team for 2 years. So I've been through a lot of stuff people going through now, are about to go through as they get out of college and figure out like, okay, this is real life. Nobody's giving me a stipend every month to survive. Nobody's checking for me after the coach, with the coaches. So like, it's something I feel like I already experienced. So I feel like once I get done with football, I'll be, I feel like I'm ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Honestly. So because I've had to sit back and learn and endure so much stuff.
Real quick before I ask the next question. That is more important than anything. And I talked to you about this plenty of times. Because you're already putting yourself ahead even outside of football. Yeah. But not even outside of football. It's just more of other things that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Right? And you're not allowing just this one thing to dictate your life. You're like, okay, if this is not showing up right now, what are other things that I can do? Yeah. What are other things that Roger like to put his eggs in? Yeah. Because we gotta separate eggs. Yes. And within that, sometimes more eggs may be coming. Yeah. So we gotta keep putting them in each cart. Then guess what? Now we can start selling our eggs. Right. Because now we went ahead and learned how to do each and every individual thing. Yeah. So now we're becoming this top person. Yeah. Now within you and your passion, I want you to talk about God Soldier. Why God Soldier, and what does that mean to you?
God Soldier, honestly, what God Soldier mean to me, it just meant like, I feel like I went through a lot of dark days, and it's just like, and like I told you earlier, like trying to have that confidence in moments where like, how do you have confidence when you I'm putting myself in situations that a lot of people not gonna put themselves in. So it's like, God Soldiers was like, it was basically like shining your light in whatever situation, like making yourself stand out in whatever situation, like being like, it's kind of like that confidence that God gives you to take on all the life's challenges and take on like face to face, like, cause like, shoot, like me by myself, like I was putting myself in a situation where I was trying to Jack State, the most talked about team in the country, try to be somebody there, or walk on a team with no coach putting me on, or believing I could do this stuff. So God Soldiers, like people used to ask me, like when I used to be like, some people used to call me arrogant in high school at one point, because I was like, I had a lot of self-belief, but I was really believing in myself so much to overcome insecurities. So like you think I'm being arrogant, but whole time like I'm trying to like basically speak my existence, because I don't have no way out. Like if I don't believe in myself, it was nobody coming to get me from my hometown. So like, or like if I didn't push myself to make it, was nobody coming to get me.
Come on.
So like you calling me arrogant, and it used to really like hurt me, because I'm like, dang, I really feel like I care about people and stuff. Nobody's gonna pick me up if I tone myself down. Nobody's gonna pick me up. So it's really like just shining your light regardless, and not like really like you want a God Soldier. You can take God could put you through the worst stuff or take you through all these moments, and He know you gonna stay in there, you gonna take it, and you gonna come out on the other side. So like, so basically, it's like it just means I'm still standing through whatever God had to put me through. I'm still standing. I'm gonna keep marching, keep putting one foot in front of the other, and telling people, bro, shine your light. Don't let nobody dim your light. Don't let nobody like talk down and make you wanna go in a shell or nothing like that. Like, one of God's soldiers. So like, yeah, it wasn't like nothing big like religious or anything. Like, I feel like anybody can be one of God's soldiers.
Right. I believe that, and I love that too. And one thing that I really enjoyed what you just spoke about was you saying, shine your light. Shine your light, because not only are you shining your light, but when you shine your light, you are positioning people to see their insecurities. Right? So even if someone does call you arrogant, that's because of insecurity that they have, that they see in you that they don't have. Right? And I used to confuse this. I used to confuse that same thing. I'm like, bro, like, I'm this nice, cool person. I want everybody to win. Like, if people win before me, like, I don't care, because I know at the end of the day, I know that my time is my time, their time is their time. It's just that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord's plan. I can't go against the Lord's plan.
Right.
I know there's something that if you're shining bright right now, maybe I need to go ahead and deal and figure out what I gotta do in this cave, so then that way I can make this cave into a damn mountain or something. You know what I'm saying? So now at that point, the whole world will see me. Right. Now people gotta see it in that type of light, instead of saying, "Oh, this person can get ahead of me." No one can get ahead of you.
Yeah, sure.
The only person that can get ahead of you is your own person inside of you. That's the only person, because that person that's gonna think that they're gonna get ahead of you is really holding you back. So you have to let that person fall back on the side, and allow yourself to go ahead and be like, hey, I'm put my pride to the side, and I'm gonna clap for the next one, because I know that my time is my time. Now within that, to close out this podcast, I want you to give a quote that really just hit home to you. I'm a big quote person, but what quote really spoke to you at any pivotal moment of your life that brought to you, that gave you this type of mindset or urgency to become you? And also, if you don't remember a quote, you can also give a quote too.
I mean, I got two. One thing my mom used to always say to us, and it's probably cliche in my family, but what you see is not what you see. She always just tells us that, because it's like having faith with that, and when you can't see like the light or see whatever ahead of you. So my mom always tell me, like, don't, like, it kind of taught me perspective, because like perspective is everything. Like, because you can look at your situation and feel like you down and out, or you can look at your situation like and see opportunity.
Right.
So it's like, I think she got that from like I think, like, you ever heard of Secrets?
Secrets, is that a book or a movie?
It's like both.
Yeah,
but I think it's like almost like
it was like a TV show.
Tricking, like it's like rules of the world, how the world like works, basically, like dang, if y'all watch it, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like,
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's like the world works based on work. The world has its own rules it works off of. So perspective can change basically your whole world and how your viewpoint. So that's one. And then Coach Coop, he's with UNLV. He's kind of like one of my, like, being like a father for me out here. He always told me how you do anything is how you do everything. So and I didn't really fully understand it till I got this last 6 months just to really reevaluate my life, and it was like, okay, like, everything equals like how you, like, who you are off the field is who you are on the field. Like, so that was like came to my life, like, okay, I need to, when I see my product on the field, it's probably something in my personal life, something I'm doing that's making me that way. Like, if I can't consistently run this route, the same depth every time, am I not being consistent in certain things in my life? Or like, can I translate, like, everything you do in your life is basically like a tether to how you gonna perform. So like, if your car is dirty, your house is probably dirty, or your mind's probably cluttered, or like or if your house is, if you this is something I'm very bad at, avoidance. So if you void stuff in your life, it's gonna build pressure in your head.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like learning stuff like that. So if I'm avoiding stuff in my life, I might not attack the same way on the field. Like so I have to be keep learning to be not confrontational, but proactive is a word you use for, or like kind of facing stuff head on, just so I can be clear, my mind can be clear, and I'm able to just do what I need to do. But yeah, that's two quotes I'll say. And one thing I think I said in my song, "Stay on what you've been on." Basically, like I've been on the same journey, same mission, same everything. That's how right now. That's just so. If somebody running what I'm doing, you don't even have to think about it. Like I'm been on the same thing. I'm chasing the same goals. Just might have to God might maneuver my route a little bit or whatever, but I'm going forward to get to the same thing. So
Gotcha. Now with that, I almost forgot to ask a question in the middle. What is your passion? What are you passionate about? No, it could be a whole bunch of things. 'Cause I know you're a multi-talented, athlete slash creator. I'm gonna take out athlete because that's also a part of creator, right? So you as a creative, speak about all your passions.
I think and I've learned just to try my best to compartmentalize because I'm not that good at it. So like sometimes I'll be passionate about one thing and then I switch into another one. I'm passionate about something else. Just learning, like I told you, like to coincide different parts of me. Like the artist is how I let out my passion for like what I'm trying to say. 'Cause I usually speak through music, like my real true feelings, or like how I can motivate myself through music. So like music is how my uncle taught me music is how you can speak your life into existence. So that's what I use music for. Like I'm usually making stuff to either speak my life into existence or I'm trying to make understanding of my own self. So I use music for that. Creating and stuff. I mean, I feel like I use all of that, or like being an entrepreneur is just kind of a tool I've learned to use to survive. Use to put myself out there because really all the content is kind of creating awareness for whatever else you do in life.
Right.
So like, because you see people blow up in one area, but they're using it to catapult themselves or what they actually want to do. So I think content is a way to show your life, showcase your life, and be able to communicate to the world or communicate who you are to the world. And sometimes I think people take it a lot. Sometimes people take it too seriously. Like you just show your it's just to show your personality, show you're a person. Sometimes it's to curate, show how cool you can put something together. Yeah. Like I like when people have like aesthetic pages and things like that. I think that's really cool when people are being intentional with things like that. And that's something I need to work on. Like I know this one artist I really like. She's from Vegas. She be putting together her own aesthetic. With everything, like as far as music, everything's intentional. Okay. So, yeah, for sure. I'll be watching, seeing how different artists can be. I think people love when people be more intentional. So that's also something I'm trying to learn from people and not be as like just whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What do you mean by just whatever? Like
sometimes you like I feel like you get like I don't know if it's football, athlete brain or whatever, but it just be like you'll put something up or like you just be like you just do something just to do it, but I feel like that's not the way to go about things. You need to have care and attention.
Oh yeah. Okay, nice.
Yeah, cause sometimes you go through that, you go through a mode where you just feel like.
Yeah, everything that you do, especially as a creator, it's your art. So every art that you put out has to be in a sense intentional. Yeah. In some possible way. Yeah. Because you're wanting to relate to that person for that person to feel how you feel. Whether it's your music, whether it's you speaking, whether it's you showcasing, you're showcasing God's soldier, whether it's you showcasing your aesthetic of you just dressing anything, they want to see what you're embodying each time. They want to see the emotion. Emotion is the biggest thing that we can put into whatever we feel, because that's what's going to lead that's what's going to lead us to the next point, and for people to convey to us.
Yeah, I feel like that's important too, because it's like, but I had to learn how to turn on my creative, like, because sometimes if you sitting in your own bubble, you can't I found out the best way for me to spark my creativity or be able to communicate is by movement and motion and put myself out there, being around people, things like that. You know, as a creative, it is moments where you conserve yourself to a room and these four walls, and you everything's in your head. But I think the way we designed to be amongst people and be able to get our inspiration from around our environment. So, I think this generation, you can just sit in a room scrolling your phone or just think to yourself or chat GPT or whatever. But really, the real, how God made it is for us to be amongst people in our environment. And that's how I've come up with how I want to put myself out there in the world. Okay, how can I want to put something together aesthetically? What do I want this song to mean? How do I convey it to somebody who can understand me? Instead of like just it all being in my head, and then I don't feel like you gotta touch it that way. But a lot of art is made like the weird thing about life, being a creator and being an athlete. Athlete takes discipline and stuff, but being a creator is like a very chaotic process of coming up with things or like so that's why I said it's hard to I have to compartmentalize, because one part of my brain might be like all over the place. I might I done made songs. I done woke up at 5 in the morning and I'm half asleep writing a song or listening to beats, and my athlete brain wants to be sleep 8 hours and be on this certain shit, but your creative brain doesn't call for that. Your creative brain, you might find that idea or whatever just going out for a drive at 3 a.m. or going for a walk or like calling somebody you love, but your athlete brain wants you to be so like so it's like what I mean. So it's like learning how to like embrace all the parts of yourself, because it's not one without the other. Like if one takes over, athlete brain, you're gonna kill yourself. If you take too much creative brain, you're gonna be a freaking disorganized or chaotic. So
that was the perfect word. Disorganized.
It's like a balance, I guess.
Yes, you need a hard balance. No. When does season start for you?
Season starts in September. We go into camp coming up. I think the first game is like September 5th.
September 5th?
Yes.
Okay, and who you play against? Is that home or what?
We play against Fort Lewis. It's a team in Colorado.
Okay.
I believe I don't know if they're good or not, but okay.
And how's the positioning starting to like look for you? Is it open? Are they like wanting you to be one of the main guys? Like, what are your like playing roles within that?
I'm definitely gonna be one of the main guys. I think just bringing everything, opportunity to showcase my talent, and also it's bring along guys that I haven't seen. I haven't been since I've been in college. I haven't not been a part of a winning program. I've been every season I've been a part of in college. I've been in championship games, or that's all I know. So I know what winning looks like. So definitely like taking everything I learned and showing these guys this is how I win. This is how to win. This is how this thing goes. Like winning looks a certain way. Like you know what I'm saying. It's not a big complicated formula to winning. Like it's sacrifices that gotta be made, and I put in the work to be one of the guys, and I know what I'm gonna do this season. It's just about like really not just focusing on myself, but also like how can I bring people along. And I think that's one of the things, biggest probably question marks on me as a player is like, we know you put in the work. Can you bring guys with you, along with you, and can you still operate at a high level? So I really try. For me, it's about putting all the work I've been putting in and putting it on display. So
gotcha.
But yeah, I definitely. I want to win as well. So whatever it takes to win, I done sacrificed a lot of this up to this point. So I'm putting it all on the line. I plan on I'm gonna be one of them guys. I want to be All-American. I am gonna be All-American. I'm speaking into existence. So
yes, sir. Just
do what it takes, and then put my passion into other people, and show them how this thing goes. I can see in your eyes you think about that football right now.
Man, I understand. That's how it's been with me. But it's not about me, man. So I just that's why I say you're my protege, because I see just myself in you so much. Yeah. It's a straight mirror. It's ridiculous. Like it's a like parallel universe, bro. Like it's actually like crazy.
You know, they say Spider-Man go. I'm the Spider-Man from the other.
Exactly. Yeah.
Man, I appreciate you so much. You've definitely been a mentor for me, and you know, a big inspiration out here. Like how you keep going through all, you know, dealing with life, but you never not see Dub season coming up with something, or you know what I'm saying. You always, you know, even though like behind the scenes people don't know what you're going through, but they see you keep showing up, so that inspires me and inspires me to keep going. So I appreciate you so much, bro.
I appreciate that, man. For real, for real. Rocco Ray, everybody. Rogerick, Rocco Ray. Appreciate you, my guy.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.